welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be turning zodiac signs into cute girls. I am going to have you guys guess which zodiac sign these characters are before the final results. So I do have all of them sketched out. I'm doing 4 today, so this is what we're going to color first, and you guys can start guessing now and let me know how many of these you get right. Alright, so we're starting off with the first sign. I'm going to be giving you guys little hints along the way to help you guys guess, because I did make this really hard. I didn't put any type of like symbols on the character to show you guys which sign, which is a little bit harder. So I'll just tell you guys the characteristics of the signs and you guys can guess from that. This zodiac sign is a very analytical sign. They pay attention to every little detail. My mom is this sign, and at times that gets so annoying. They just like to prepare for every little scenario. Like, if this person says this is what I'm gonna say. If this person does this is what I'm gonna do. You know, like, they just plan out everything. This zodiac sign is pretty conservative with the way they act and dress. They like to be organized and just be like super clean and just have everything where it needs to be. They usually have like a routine they follow every day and don't like to like stray from that unless they really need to. Alright, so this is the line art. This is what it looks like. I'm moving on to the coloring portion. I decided to stick with like earthy tones like browns and yellow and blue. Very beautiful earthy colors. This zodiac sign is a pretty shy sign. They always have something they're thinking about, worrying about something, being overly critical of themselves, and I wanted her to look somewhat like that. Like, she doesn't look like she's all that stressed, but like deep down I know she's thinking a lot about something or someone. This sign is a hardworking sign. They like to be doing something at all time. My mom literally takes a vacation just to like reorganize her living room. Like she takes a vacation, doesn't know what to do, so she would just like reorganize the living room or just clean up. But the best thing about this sign is that they are very, very caring people. They will literally put other people before themselves, which at times that's not really that good, but you know, they like taking care of people. They're great caregivers and they give the best advice. If you know a Virgo, just dump all your problems on them. I'm just kidding, don't do that, but they give pretty good advice and they genuinely like helping people, and sometimes people take advantage of that, but they know that too. Like, they're very, very critical, like even of themselves and other people. Like, if somebody's using them, they'll know like that's what's happening, but they're like, it's okay, it's not that big of a problem, I'll just deal with it. Like, you know you're being used, but you're still letting it happen. They just try to avoid conflict as much as possible. Even though they like helping people, they really hate asking people for help. Like, they will rather just suffer before they let someone help them. I think it's mostly because they don't like telling other people about their problems. Like, I think they're just pretty secretive, and so they just rather suffer in silence. Unless they really trust you, then they'll come for help, but that's mostly like family members they trust that much, or like very, very close friends. They just don't trust people very easily. So yeah. Alright, we're almost done with the drawing. I hope you guys have your guess in mind already. Like, start typing it up. I am just going to just say a few more of their traits, and this will be your last chance to guess, okay? Okay, so this sign is very loyal, they're analytical, they are very hardworking, they're shy, they worry a lot, they're overly critical of themselves and other people, and they just like to work all the time. Alright, hopefully you guys have put in your guesses, and if you guys guessed a Virgo, then you are correct. Let me know if you got Virgo correct, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next sign. This sign is a pretty fair sign. They like to make sure everybody is treated equally and nobody's being like treated badly. They will go out of their way to make sure everybody's having a nice time. They are pretty open and they will literally tell you their whole life story and make you feel so comfortable, like you already know them. You think you know everything about them, but they're just telling you enough to make you comfortable to just talk to them. They're pretty good at communicating, and their tone of voice makes you think they're very interested, but well, maybe they are kind of interested in your stuff. They're pretty friendly people who will literally just, they're just good at communicating. There's going to be a nice balance in the conversation. They'll let you talk. They'll give themselves enough time to talk about themselves just so you guys are having a good exchange. They are very patient people. It takes a lot to get under their skin, but once that happens, they are the type of people to just give you the silent treatment because they don't like confrontation, so you won't know what's wrong because they're not going to tell you because they don't want any type of conflict. They are pretty forgiving, but they do hold grudges though. They'll forgive you, but it'll just be in the back of their mind until they feel like telling you. This sign is pretty reliant on others. They like to do things with other people. They don't like being alone. Like if they want to go do the groceries, they're gonna want somebody with them. You either have to be like physically there for them or like just on the phone with them while they're like doing the groceries and like communicating with you. They just don't like being alone. Even when it comes to decision making, they do not like making decisions by themselves. They will always ask about your input, and they still would just ask so many questions because they can see like the pros and cons of everything, and it's hard for them to just decide on something, especially when it's something permanent. So yeah, they are just very reliant on other people, and they need people who are just going to be there for them when they want to talk or like go places because they can't go by themselves. When it comes to look, this sign usually always looks good. They look friendly, they look very approachable. Outfits are usually on trend, and they just like to look very put together. I decided to give this character like two-toned hair because she couldn't decide if she wanted to just commit, because sometimes commitment is kind of hard for this sign. So that's why she has little pink streaks in front of her, and then the rest of her hair is just blonde. So yeah, she made the decision to color it, but then she's like, what if I don't like the pink? What if I like my blonde hair more? So she's like, you know what, let's just do blonde and pink. Out of all of these characters, I really like this outfit. I think this suits this character very well. It's super friendly, very approachable, and I think this is what this sign is. I'm so sad that I smudged her nose. Like the ink was so thick on there, but I think I was able to save it. It doesn't look all that noticeable, but yeah. Besides that, I like how this character turned out. Alright, so we're almost done with this piece. I hope you guys have a pretty good guess as to what this zodiac sign is. I'm going to go through some traits very quickly, and I'll reveal what this zodiac sign is. Alright, this sign is very gracious. They are fair-minded. They are very sociable, diplomatic. They try to avoid confrontation as much as possible, and they are very indecisive. But besides that, they are very gentle people. They like sharing with others, and they just care about the people's well-being. Alright, so if you guys guessed a Libra, then you are very correct. Good job! Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next zodiac sign. Alright, this next sign is a fire sign, and they make very great leaders. They like to be the center of attention, and they usually are. They are very attention seeking, and if they feel like you're not paying attention to them, they will make sure you're paying attention to them, and it's very easy actually. Like, they are very mesmerizing. You just can't take your eyes away from them. They're always making people laugh. They are just the center of attention. They create this carefree atmosphere around them, and they're just not very judgmental people. They are pretty self-centered. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. Usually, they don't really look for fault in other people, and they're not that judgmental. A lot of people can just be free around this sign because they really just don't care about what you're doing. They are just looking at themselves, and as long as you're fun to hang around with, they will be around you. But yeah, they get along with pretty much everyone, and there's not that much to hate about them. The only thing I would say is that they're very self-centered. Like, unlike those other signs that I've mentioned, the Libra and Virgo, they always put other people ahead of them. This sign always puts itself and its goal in front of everybody else, which is not always a bad thing. You should always put yourself first before you put other people ahead of yourself, but at times it can feel like they don't really care about you or your feelings. But yeah, they are very goal-oriented. They will set a goal and they will achieve it. That's why they make very good leaders. They get along with everybody, and they have a strong drive to just be the best of the best. They don't want to be second place. They always want to come first. They can get pretty jealous if they think somebody else is doing way better than them, and that can make them a little bit depressed at times, but they never stay down for that long. They will just pick themselves right up and just use that as motivation to be better. They don't like to lose arguments. They would never admit that they're wrong. They always try to find a way to prove that they're right. Even though they're wrong, they'll still try to make it seem like they're right. So yeah, you just can't win an argument with this sign. Everything is like a competition, and they do not like to lose. They don't want to come second place. They have to come first place. So even though they like being around other people, they are very independent. They don't look for other people to feel validated. As long as they think they're doing good, they will feel satisfied with themselves. This sign is a very friendly sign. They like helping people. They won't put you ahead of themselves, but they will definitely try to help you as much as they can. And with them being very independent, if they feel like you're controlling them, they will literally cut you off. They do not play around with their freedom. And if you're not putting enough effort in the relationship, they will usually just pull back and like kind of forget about you, because they get along with a lot of people, so it's very easy for them to make new friends. But if you do want to be their friend again, it's very easy because they don't really hold grudges. They just want to have fun, and if that's what you're going to offer, they will take you. This sign is pretty creative. They always have something they want to do. They want to travel. They want to go see a whole bunch of places. They want to do stuff, and they are always booked and busy. So yeah, this sign likes to have a lot of fun, and if that is you, you will get along with this sign. But the only thing is, do not make this sign mad. If they have to confront you, they will get aggressive. They're not mean signs. They're pretty cheerful, happy people, but if they get mad, they get really, really aggressive. So that's something to watch out for. Especially if they're protecting their friends. They're very, very loyal. So if their friend is in trouble, they will literally fight for their friends. So that sign, aggressive, not mean, but they are just very confrontational, and they don't hide their feelings very well. If they like you, they'll let you know. If they don't like you, they'll let you know. Alright, so we are almost done with the drawing. This is the time for you guys to take a guess if you guys haven't guessed yet. I think this sign is pretty easy with all these descriptions. I feel like a lot of people know this sign. So yeah, this sign is very warm-hearted, cheerful, passionate, creative. They're a little bit arrogant, stubborn, and self-centered, and they hate it when they are not the center of attention. Okay, and this zodiac sign is the Leo. If you guessed Leo, you got that correct. Good job. Let's go ahead and move on to the next sign. Alright, so this is another fire sign. This sign is so loving, very kind, so smart, but they are so mean. Unlike Leos, when they get mad, they just get aggressive. This sign is literally going to get aggressive. They are the most aggressive sign out of all of these zodiac signs, and they are so confrontational. If they get mad enough, they will literally drag you through filth. They just don't get along with a lot of people very often, and I feel like they're just very misunderstood at times. Like, they're just very, very honest signs. They do not sugarcoat anything. They will tell you what you need to know without sugarcoating it. If you ask this sign, like, did I gain weight? They're gonna be like, yeah, you gained it on your legs and your stomach. They'll just tell you straight up. They do not sugarcoat anything. They will tell you exactly how it is. They are very, very caring people. If you can bond with this sign, they will literally love you forever. They are very loving people that just don't know how to show it at times. They can tell that you're capable of a lot, and if you're not meeting that standard, they will literally try to push you to be the best person you can be. They are natural born leaders, and that's exactly what they try to do. They will try to lead you to the right path, at least what they think is right, and if you just fall short, they will tell you exactly how it is. Like, why aren't you doing this? If you did this, you would have everything you want. And that's them trying to help you out. They're just very blunt. They don't know how to like put into a nice way, or maybe they do know, but they just don't care enough to just say it nicely. They want to be blunt, and they don't want to waste their time. They're very, very like impatient. They don't like taking things slow. They're like the first people to finish a test and just sit there and watch everybody else struggle. They are the type of people who just get A's in their classes, and it looks like they're not even trying. Like, things just come easily to them. When they do things, they do it so well and quickly too. They are very goal-oriented. They will set goals, and they would do anything to achieve their goals. They are pretty self-centered. They will put their goals and dreams in front of anything else, and that is honestly something a lot of people need to learn. Like, put yourself first, put your goals first before putting other people first. They are very passionate people, super optimistic, and just so confident. They work pretty well in groups as long as they are the leaders. They really don't like taking directions. They're the type of people to just not even read the instructions and just go with how they feel. Besides them being very short-tempered, aggressive, and just moody, they make such great leaders. They are just such fun people to hang around with. Like, the first time you meet them, you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh, this person is amazing. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just perfect. Oh my god, look at them. They are very passionate people. They have goals and they're actually achieving their goals. You see, they're successful. They are just optimistic people. Like, think about Casey Neistat. Like, he was making those highly edited vlogs every single day for like a year, I think, or maybe more, I don't know. They are just doing things that other people would not be able to do. Like, Casey Neistat literally started this cinematic vlog type of style, and he did that every single day for a whole year. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. They are like on crack. They are like the crackhead of the zodiac sign. They just don't know when to take a break until they're like burnt out. But yeah, they start trends. And now look, a lot of people edit like Casey Neistat. This was the first sign I actually drew. I'm just putting it last because if you look at her little necklace, you can tell what sign this is if you already know. I didn't want to make them all this obvious, but I'm asking for you guys' input. Do you guys want me to do the rest of them like this, where there's a little sign that's showing what the character's sign is, or should I just leave out the obvious signs and make it a tad bit harder like the rest? Or okay, so this is your final chance to take a guess as to what the zodiac sign is, and if you guessed Aries, then you are correct. Good job, guys. So how many did you guys get out of 4? Let me know in the comment section, and I really hope nobody got offended. Obviously not. Even if you're this sign, this is not exactly who you are. These are just characteristics that anybody could have, and I hope nobody takes it personally. I am not attacking you or your character, okay? Let me know what signs I should do in the next video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, thanks for watching!